Okay, welcome to Papa's Kitchen. We're going to do some chili today. It's not really a cold day out today, but we still have lots of winter left, so we're going to make some chili. So we'll see how this goes. Okay, I've assembled our ingredients for the chili that we're going to do today, so we will assemble those, get them ready for the video. I'll put all my dry ingredients in a bowl here. I'm going to mix those up good and set them aside for after my meat gets cooked. So our ingredients, we're using garlic powder, so it's a half teaspoon, chili powder 6 tablespoons, paprika was 3 tablespoons, comino was 1.5 teaspoons, flour was 3/4 of a cup. And then we're going to be using onion powder. We'll use 3 teaspoons of onion powder. So that's our dry ingredients. Hope everybody enjoys it. At the end, I am going to do a taste test between Papaws chili and the favorite name brand, Wolf brand chili, and we'll see which one gets the gold star. So we're starting off with our hamburger. We're going to use 2 pounds of hamburger, and because we're going to be putting a lot of spices and stuff in here, we won't be putting any additional seasoning, but we're going to let the hamburger brown good. And after that, we'll add some of the Rotel tomatoes for some of our liquid and for some flavor. So we'll see how this goes. It's going to take just a few minutes for the meat to brown. So as you can see, I have assembled the dry ingredients here, and we'll put all those in. Once the meat gets done, we'll put those in, and then we'll add the water. Our recipe doesn't call for but 3 cups of water, and that doesn't seem like enough, but we'll see once we get everything going here. Some of the recipes that I've used before, I may have to redo those. I'm going to do everything under the heading of Papa's Kitchen. My sweet daughter-in-law made me this apron, Papa's Cooking School, and you can count this as a cooking school if you like, but it's just fun videos for everybody can try some of these recipes. My grandchildren up in Vermont don't have the opportunity to come down and test this stuff, so they wanted my recipes, and sometimes the recipe isn't enough. You need to actually see the product being produced. So that got me started on the videos, and this is be fun. There's a lot of people with videos out there. Seen a couple ladies doing them, and they're kind of fun. They both have funny southern accents, and they tell some little stories to go with what they're doing. One this morning was showing you, she was making grits, and she was showing you how to make gravy. And you know, gravy is such an easy thing to make, and it's important in a lot of ways to your food. You know, if you're doing like a chicken fried steak, you got to have good gravy on that. And sometimes when I was in the restaurant business, one of my customers said, "That is not gravy. If you're not making it with bacon grease or sausage grease, it is not gravy. It's a cream sauce." And okay, it might have been a cream sauce, but in the short time I was in the restaurant business, I probably used, mostly on chicken fried steak, my cream sauce. I probably used several hundred gallons of it. But it tasted good, it looked good. Willie Robinson, my main chef, he was all in presentation, and he wanted the food to look pretty. So if the food looked pretty, then he felt like they would enjoy it whenever they began to taste it, and I have to agree with him quite a bit there. So, okay, our meat is done. I'm going to let it cook here just a little bit more. And then I'm going to pour all these dry ingredients in there. Stir that up good. Let the juice that's in there and all absorb those ingredients. Okay, then I'm going to Three cups of water. That's one. Two. Okay, I'm going to turn this down on low heat. Oh, that's looking good. Whoa. I'm going to add just a little more water. And after this simmers for a while, we'll give it the acid test. Oh yeah, I was going to put the I almost forgot. I've got to put the rotel tomatoes in there. And normally when I'm doing the tomatoes to the meat, it's 1 can of rotel tomatoes to a pound of beef. So just for good measure, I'm going to go ahead and put 2 cans in this chili, and we'll see how it goes. I think that's going to give it a good enough. Put the lid on, let it sit here and simmer for a while. This will take a while for it to get ready. So we'll wait, we'll come back in a little bit, taste it, make sure everything's okay. I'm going to clean up my mess and we'll see you in a little bit. Okay, we're going to take a look at that and see how it looks. Oh, that looks good. Won't be long, we'll take a taste test. So we'll check that out in a little bit. Okay, we're going to take a look at our chili now. Stir it up a little bit here. Oh, that looks good. Smells good. Let's try a bowl of this chili and see what we think about it. Failed to say anything on the beginning of this thing, but in Texas, chili does not have beans. If you want beans, you can have beans and chili. And if you want to put the beans in the chili, you can. But we don't make chili with beans. So, and if you want Frito pie, which I like a lot, I'll put Fritos in here and then I'll put some chili on top of it. But let me see how this tastes. Ooh, that's good. Those Rotel tomatoes put a zing on this thing, so if you're not really into hot, you might want to try using the regular ones. But I would recommend that you add those to the chili. So, excited about this chili recipe. I did get a recipe from Aunt Allison, and I'll try that one next time and see how it compares. But I'll give the chili a big plus sign. And because this is way more chili than I can eat, I'm going to freeze this chili into separate containers so that as the weather gets cold, I can pull that container out of the freezer and have some really fresh made chili. So, love you guys. Look forward to the next video. Mm.